Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Sheba 2024. New year, new you, same STADIO. My name is Ofentse Ramorola and I'm a student recruitment manager at STADIO. As you know by now, we have 10 academic schools as well as 7 campuses nationwide. As you know, I do not walk alone. I always have my beautiful co-pilot, Nonhlanhla.
Jamasanira, ladies and gentlemen, Sanbonani and Namaste. The name is Nonhlanhla Ngwena and STADIO episode 7 is where you tuned in. In today's episode, we are going to give you all the tips and tricks to hack your application and understand our qualifications better. From learning all about distance learning to meeting the first female head of campus. Do get ready for some hard-hitting life advice.
First things first, let's get your 2024 sorted. Up next, we have Ngwena, who will be explaining to us how to apply.
Okay, so here are the top 3 things I would advise a student to do when they do apply. So here are some of the common mistakes I see students making. Right, number 1 is you start off with the application process and then you just leave it there, right? So my suggestion to you is once that does happen, you're more than welcome to just send an email through to us at hello@stadio.ac.za. One of our student advisors will then be able to assist you throughout the process as well. The second one also is that students normally have a problem when it comes to uploading their documents, and sometimes they struggle to load, whether it's the ID or just a copy of their latest results. So what you can also do is you're welcome to come through to the campus, and then we'd also be able to assist you with uploading those documents. And then the third and final mistakes that I see a lot of students also make is that you start off with the process, you get accepted by STADIO, and then you yourself don't accept the offer on your end. I think because we're also moving into a period where a lot of students are registering, you may want to, at this point in time, as soon as you get your acceptance letter, also just accept it on your side and then also pay your deposit in order for you to secure your spot.
STADIO is here to help you achieve your dreams, whether it's your first qualification or your third. We have undergrad and postgraduate qualifications available. To learn more on distance learning studies and the support that STADIO provides, please welcome Lizzie Maluleka.
Distance learning offers flexibility. You can study at your own pace, your own time. You can study anywhere around the country or even outside the country. Studying with STADIO is unique because we are always available to assist our students. You can phone us anytime from 8 up until 4:30. We are ready and available to assist all our students. If ever they are nervous or confused, we make sure that before they leave our campus, they get what they were looking for. We make sure that you take something that is in line with your work. Seeing the students getting their qualification, seeing them happy with their families, their children, it's like, for me, seeing them there, it says to me that you have done well. You have helped the student from the beginning up until they get what they wanted, and now they can be able to go and get a better job offer, or they can get promotions at work.
We understand how tough it is to wait for those results. To tell us more on how to cope and what to do if your pass is not the best, please welcome Atelisha.
Today I want to talk a little bit about what happens if you don't get the results that you thought you needed from your matric exam. And I think the first step is recognizing that this is redirection and not rejection. A lot of times when we get those letters from universities that say, listen, dear Ms. Harilal, we can no longer accept you into the commerce program, we feel like we have been rejected and we feel like there's no way for us to get on further. And I think 2 key things for both parents and students to remember is that if you should be on the receiving side of a rejection letter, is to recognize that what it's actually doing is redirecting you to find another pathway to achieve your dream. Never give up on your career dream, whatever it may be, because you can still make your career dreams successful by using the following 2 pathways. Number 1, if you don't get a bachelor's pass, you can start with a higher certificate, which will give you insights into your chosen field, get you credits for certain modules, while building a pathway to degree access for you. And number two, if your struggle is with mathematics, like many of us, it's important to verify what is the math requirement across various institutions across the country, to understand where your maths mark can still give you access to the program that you want to be a part of. At STADIO Higher Education, for example, you'll find that we have an integrated maths access program that will offer our learners support, because we understand that one exam puts a lot of pressure on you. And whatever you may be going through at that time, that will show in your results. So we want to make sure that the result of one exam doesn't stop you from making the difference you can make for the South African economy and the world in general. So this is us really trying to widen access and give more qualifying students an opportunity to a quality higher education experience. More than that, if you should be waitlisted, it's important to understand what that means. If you're waitlisted, do not make your time waitlisted time wasted. Make sure that you understand what your waitlisting means. Oftentimes, universities will waitlist and never revert to you. And during this time, it's important for you to have your Plan B school that's ready to accept you and ready with a space where you can be successful. And finally, to the matric class, we want to say congratulations. It was the most challenging set of exams since in a long while, with papers leaking, wrong questions, but you persevered, you did your best, and you're here. So I think what's important is STADIO is here. We've still got the gates wide open. There's positions in degree programs still available, and there's higher certificates to give you access to the degree of your choice. So if you're still not sure where you're going to go or what you're going to do, please come onto one of our campuses. Our student advisors are waiting to receive you. They'll give you the advice on what you're going to do. And then stop thinking about where, because the home for you will be at STADIO Higher Education.
Up next, we have one of our first female head of campus, Marjorie. She'll be introducing herself as well as telling us about her journey.
Thank you so much for joining us, Marjorie. So we're going to jump straight into the questions. Maybe let's start by you telling us about your childhood and how you grew up.
Thank you, Kanyisa. So I come from the dusty streets of Tabancho. It's a small town outside Bloemfontein, around 50, 60 kilos from Bloemfontein in the Free State. So as a child, I became passionate about education from a young age, and I started being familiar with education from my home as I was being raised by my parents, and as I grew up, I got to be more passionate about it.
Okay, so what keeps you motivated and passionate about the work that you're in?
I love human beings. I love people. I love students, and equally said, I'm also very careful and conscious of my passion and my purpose. So I believe my purpose is in education. I believe that with everything that is happening around me, I need to stay focused and remain true to myself. So I'm also motivated by the team that is rallying behind me. I've been blessed in my career to be supported by team members that understand my purpose, that also have an aligned purpose to mine. So seeing a smile on a student's face, seeing them motivated, servicing them to the best of our ability, for me, makes me wake up in the morning and want to come and service the student.
What's a legacy message that you'd like to say to the next generation of inspiring women? Knowing the fact that you're one of the first women to hit a campus at STADIO.
So as a woman, it's twice as challenging to achieve a lot of things. I want the woman of tomorrow to realize that the world is opening up to having more women in this education field. Women now have a seat in the boardroom. They have a seat in leadership or management, and they must make sure that they become true to themselves, they become passionate, and in as much as I've been making a lot of noise about passion, I think they need to equip themselves with skills and knowledge. I can never stress enough the power of education in this journey of higher education or even education as a whole. And women need to understand that they deserve to be here. It's important for them to be here. Their voice can be heard, and it's a fulfilling thing to do as a woman, to be surrounded by the opposite gender and to make sure that you make your mark.
Yo. Such great advice. Remember, time spent on a waiting list is time wasted. Come and get your acceptance letter today at STADIO.
We can't wait to see you all. Our campuses are now open and ready to get you registered. Still not sure what to do? Follow the link below and start your learning journey at STADIO. Walala, wasala.
Wasala, walimala.
Wavuga,
Waisola.
See you on the next episode.